Hey, coaches, Mark Molinar here with Coach Tactix. Today we're going to be talking about creating practice scripts and call sheet scripts. So these are going to be like our Google Sheets, things that we're or our Excel that we print out and take to practice, whether it's inside run, 7-on-7 team, goal line, whatever it is. Let's get started right here with clicking on Plays in Script Builder. You're going to notice that we're going to come back to this custom notes in a second, but we're going to just start setting up what we want our Google Sheet to look like. I have one previously set up here so you can kind of get a feel. All right, this is going to be what it's going to print out. You obviously have to have some data in, some plays made for you to get an example. But I have the down and distance, the hash, the concept, personnel, the wristband number, the play name, and then some other things on here that we're going to get to as well. And that's just kind of giving you a preview, so I want to make sure that you're aware of that before we get started. Let's start with a brand new one. So the first thing that I would encourage you to do is only have one practice template. So use the same one for 7-on-7, inside run, goal line. Typically, we all use the exact same things over and over. I think it's going to be a lot easier for you in the long run. And then we're going to create a call sheet, what we call tile as well. That's going to be a blank for you. And so just use one. All right, all of these are our data headers over here. So for me, we're going to automatically number these things for you. I'm going to give myself a little bit more space here. First thing that we're going to do is put in the concept of the play that's going to be in there. Again, you don't have to do this, but that's something that I like. We can even put if it's going to be a run or a pass. And the way we put these in order, you'll see that it will change. So my run's going to be first, then concept. I'm going to start to build my play. So I'm going to use formation, formation strength. Realizing I probably should have put hash in here. I can move hash up here because we want to start, we go off from the left hash to the right hash. Back to concept again, formation, formation strength. We'll go ahead and go motion, shift, and for our school, we do use line call. Okay, so these are all separate columns. So we'd like to push these together. This is not something that guys really get a feel for right away, but we're going to go ahead and pull these over here. So formation, formation strength. I'm actually holding the shift key down and grabbing the three of those just like you do in Windows. Didn't move them over. We'll just go ahead and do it at the same time. Formation, formation strength, motion, our shift will come before our motion, and our line call. Once we merge these columns together, you'll see that those columns have been put together. And then here you see Debbie left bunch, Jet left 79. So our plays are over here. Here's our concepts. We will adjust these. It's just giving you an idea. Our headers are up at the top, so you can leave these as default, hash, concept, okay? But for here, this said formation play name. I can name these headers whatever I want. I'm just going to go ahead and do a Control-A and delete everything that's inside there and type in play name and save. Okay, we're always wanting to update, so I'm going to call this our demo practice script. And we've saved it. Okay, I can add more things in here. A couple things that people are not aware of are notes. So if I grab notes and put notes in here, a lot of times we want to put the defense in, those things. You can have as many note sections as you want. So this is going to be note to coaches. And we save. I can have multiple of these. So I'm going to add another note, and I'm going to have this up at the top. And then it'll just be some other reminders. The really, really neat thing that we have now is we have some special ones called customizable notes. So I'm going to add down and distance. And I'm going to show you where we get that for in a second. I'm going to make that the first column there. Defense and coverage. And then I'm going to put card number on there. These are going to be notes that you can pre-fill and so that are selectable. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and go to update. And we're going to go ahead and close that and go back into our practice scripts and area, practice scripts and script builder, and go to custom notes. Inside custom notes, if we add these, now instead of having down and distance in there, or typing that in, we can put these in as preset. I can add first and 20 in there, and it will automatically add that, and so we don't have to add these over and over. Sometimes we put our defense in there. So if I click on add, here's different defenses that I've typed in. you can add any custom defense that you want. And then when you're going to make your practice script, you would just then select these. And if you didn't like it, you could delete these. So the thought process is you'd put defenses that you want to run in on Sundays and then clear them out every week, depending on the defense you're choosing. Some of us use cards. So if we used card number 1, card 2, 3, 4, 5, telling the defense or the offense or scout team which card to show, you would use that as well. Okay, we're going to go ahead and save changes. So I was talking about that previously underneath our script builders, and we're putting our script templates in. This was our practice script here, and I put those columns in there. You don't see them in here now, but you'll see them in the next video. As far as our call sheet goes, we're not going to have as many things in there. For me, I would put hash in, maybe the wristband, and then the play name. Play type would not need to be in there, so I can remove that at any point. And so do not worry about these column widths. These are not going to be anywhere near this when we put them in our call sheet, but we are just setting up our call sheet like we would see it on the screen and not very specific when it comes to defenses or anything like that. That information is not needed. All right, coaches, that gets you set for practice scripts. You really only need to do this probably once or twice. I encourage you to have one practice template and one call sheet template, and that will make things a lot easier for you. Looking forward to working with you guys. If you need any help, feel free to reach out to us at CoachTactix.com.